Hello, this is Beth Waller, Stewardship Chair for this year for the Front Royal United Methodist Church, and I'm here with our esteemed pastor, Alan Combs. And we want to share with you a little bit about stewardship and that concept, and I want to share with you why I give to the church, why I love the church, and I want to bring that to you from other members of the congregation who know and love it like I do. But Alan's going to speak a little bit about stewardship.
All right, so as we've been talking about generosity over these few weeks of our stewardship campaign, the thing to remember about it is that the reason that we give is because God first asks us to be generous. God gives us so much and only asks for just a small amount in return, and that's where we get the concept of the tithe and giving 10%. And we know that not everybody can get to 10%, and that's okay. But what we want to look at is to reflect on ourselves and to ask how our giving can help us grow as a Christian. So just like you would want to ask, how can I read the Bible more so I can know more about God? Or how can I serve more people? The same thing is true of giving, is how can I grow in my giving in such a way that I grow as a disciple of Jesus Christ? It's true that we have the budget and we have these things that we have to do because we have to have funds to be able for the church to run. But primarily what it's about is about each of us as a disciple and our families, and asking, how does this help us grow as disciples of Jesus Christ, for us to be faithful in our giving regularly and to be able to grow that giving each year, and to know that we're called to be generous, and that to be one of the primary characteristics we have as people who claim to be followers of Jesus.
Very good. Well, thanks for sharing. Let's watch some people as they share with us why they give and why this church means so much to them.
Hi, I'm Adele Medved. I have been a member of Front Royal United Methodist Church for at least 60 years. My husband and I were married here in 1971, and my two children were baptized here. I had many years of teaching Sunday school, and I have only wonderful memories associated with the church. The church is something that I feel blessed to be able to give, not to, but through. A few years ago during a stewardship campaign, someone used that terminology, and it really stuck with me, and it made me realize that I'm not giving to this beautiful Greystone building. I'm giving through that to support the many ministries that we do here locally, and because we're a connectional church to all the others. I think we surpass what governments and other places are able to do, because the doors that opened us around the country, around the community, and around the world. That's why I encourage everyone to give through Front Royal United Methodist Church. Thanks.
It's wonderful to have a home church, but what's more important than to support the programs, anything that we can find ourselves doing outside of the community. We know that God blesses us, and we'd like to be able to bless others.
FRUMC is an extended family through a number of trials and hardships. Muriel and I have had great support from members of this church.
I love my Front Royal United Methodist Church. I've been a member here for 47 years. My children and my husband, my late husband, was part of the church, my two children and my grandchildren. For a while now, I would love to get them back because it means so much to me. The friendship, the fellowship, all aspects of the church mean so much to me.
I came to Front Royal and to the Front Royal United Methodist Church in 1968. Hasbrook Hughes was the minister here, and he came the next day after I arrived. And I've been in the church, I've been active in it. I love the people, I love what we do in the community. It's my second home. And as long as I'm able, I plan to support it and be here.
I love FRUMC because when I moved down here and I started coming to this church, I was welcomed with open arms, and it felt like a really comfortable place for me to join, even though I grew up in a Catholic church. And now I see it as a great community for my children to be able to grow up in and grow their faith. And the mission of EBS has been a great blessing in my life, and enabling Luke to come to preschool, and I'm helping out with the lunches, and I just see the enormous impact that that mission of the church has, and that's why we give to FRUMC.
I give to the church because the church has been a center of my life for my whole life. I grew up in Front Royal, at Front Royal United Methodist Church. My family's all here, and so the church has been a very important part of my upbringing. And I want to make sure that there's programs available for the children and youth of the future, as well as for me as an adult, as I'm continuing to grow in my faith, that there's programs and opportunities for all of us to grow and to serve and just figure out exactly where we fit into God's kingdom, and allowing those opportunities to reach out for all those who come into the church and extend into the community.